Hey guys, I hope everyone's good. Today we talk about three little pig story. And let's go and talk. Once upon a time, there's three little pigs. Their mom said, "You guys are 6 years old. You can go and have a venture." And also he said this, you guys need to work the hardest, do the bestest house. Then he gave his pig all of his money, money he gave, and they walked to the house. The first pig go to all the pig go to the forest and walk and put a flag together. Then found each spot was going their house at. That's why the first pig go. Then he found a farm. Then the pig said, "You got some hay?" Then he said, "Yeah." Then he spent all his money for the hay. Then he started building his house, the first pig. The next pig, he found a woodcutter. Then the pig said, "Yeah, this sticks will work for my house." He spent all his money for that wood. That sticks. Then he started building his house. Then the last pig go to pass a bridge. Then he found sap with a bunny on it. Then the pig said, "He had some rocks." That's why he said. Then he buy it all. Then the rabbit said, "Yeah, you have anything you want for building rocks," he said. Then he buy a shovel, rocks, cement. And then the first pig done his house. It's full of straw. And then he go in his home, then sleep. Then the next pig built his house. The first pig said, "Haha, your house is not building fast. Except for me, I'm quick." Then the next pig said, "I'll finish at evening." And he finished at evening his home. Then he slept. Then the last pig, it's taking a long time to finish home. The two pigs were having fun together. Then they laughed at him because he's taking a long time for his house to be finished. Then the two pigs said, "Hey brother, what day your house will come? Evening or night or morning?" Then he said nothing, but he sung for a long time. He finished his house. Then they all sleep. Next day come, they have fun. Then night time happened. Then they go sleep. But a big bad wolf came, and first the big bad wolf walked into the first pig house. Then he knocked on the door and sang this, "Let me in, let me in." Then the pig said, "Nah, I'm a chen." Then he buffed and puffed and blew away the house. Then he took the flat, then he buffed and puffed and blew away the house. Then the pig, he blew so hard, he blew the pig all the way to his other brother's house. Then he hid on his table under it. Then the first pig said, hiding on the table, he also said this, lock the door. There's a big wolf trying to eat us." And he locked the door with all of the keys. Then the big bad wolf came. Then he said he knocked on the door, and he said this, let me in, let me in. Then the pig said, nah, I'm a chin. Then he puffed and puffed and blew away the house. What do you think of that? He puffed and puffed, blew away the house. Then he was not blowing out. He tried much more harder. Puff and puff and blew away the house. Now the thing is gone now. There was door and except for the table. And then the pigs look, there's no walls on the house. There's no roof on the house. And they run away to the last pig's house. Then they said, close the door, there's a big bad wolf trying to eat us. He might blow your house too. Then he said, you guys get up here. Then the big bad wolf comes. Then he knocked on the door and also banging on the door. Then he said this, let me in, let me in. Now I'm a chin. Then the pig said this, now I'm a chin. Then he buffed and he also first said this, you guys don't know my energy. Then he buffed and puffed. First he also said this, I blow your brother's house too. Then he buffed and puffed and blew away the house. That's the thing. He buffed and puffed and blew away the house. But all the bricks was not moving. Then he kept trying, but he lost his breath. Then he rushed, go back and running all the way to the door hardly. And then the other brother saw him running to the window. Then they jumped off and putting all their backs in the door. Then the wolf fell down. The pig saw the wolf fell down. Then he closed the door. Then the wolf said this. He waked up. Then he said this, I'm eating you guys today. That's why he climbed up the roof. Then his other brother saw him climb on the rooftop. And he also heard them stopping on the up floor. Then one of the last pig put a fire on this campfire. Then a big water of cold water. Then he heated up with the fire. Then he climbing into the chimney. Then he's going to walk the fire. Then he burned his tail and he flew away and he ran away and never come back. The 3 little pigs again. Bye. Subscribe and hit the bell button for the video. Bye.